Today on DoodleDrawArt, I'm going to show you how to make this rainbow ladder bracelet. I'm going to start off at the end, which has the arrow, and we're going to work on the outside of the project. So we're just going to start off with red, going from the corners out to the edges. And now we're going to work our way around the edges, going through the colors of the rainbow, moving in this direction. So I'll have one on each side of the same color and then change colors, one on each side, all the way up both edges. When I get to the second last pegs, I'm going to stop, and then I'm going to go into the center, just the same as we started. Bit of a triangular shape at the end here. Alright, so it should look like this, threaded all the way along to the end. The next step is to put the ladders in. So we're going to start with pink and we're going to make a U shape. So just below the other two pinks, I'm going to go straight across. Now I have orange, and again I'm making a U shape with orange. And now onto yellow, I'll make another U shape. Continuing in this way, all the way along, making a U shape with each color. And we'll stop at the last possible U that you can make. Alright, so now we're going to do the middle, and I'm using black for this, and I'm just going straight up in the same direction that we've been working all along, away from the red arrows, right to the very end. So it should look like this. And now we're ready to start hooking our way back, but first we need to put on a capping band. So we're going to make an infinity shape and hook it on, and again keeping it crossed. Alright, so I'm just going to turn it around, and there's my capping band. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull off my first elastic, this one here, but I'm going to go underneath the capping band, so just down through and hook onto that first black elastic, and then we'll just loop it back onto itself. And the same thing with the next one, loop it back onto itself. And we'll continue in the same manner all the way to the end, looping forward. Alright, now that we're at the other end, it's time to put more elastics on to continue our ladder pattern. So it should look like this. And now we're going to match the same colors. So if we have pink here, we'll put another pink on top, and purple with purple, all the way along, making a second elastic across all the same colors we had before. Alright, should look like this. The arrow is at this end, and our capping band is down here. So from the end where the capping band is, we're going to start working our way back around the outside edge. So I'm reaching under for the bottom yellow and pulling it off, and I'm going to loop it back on itself. And same thing on the other side, going in through the center of the peg and pulling it out through my capping band and looping it. Same thing for the next one, so I'm just going to push them down so that they're easier to find. I'm going to go in through my peg, pull it off, and loop it back over on itself. I'm going to repeat this all the way up each side. You can work back and forth, or you can go all the way up one side and all the way up the other. It doesn't matter. continue all the way up each side, always looping forward. So now we're almost finished. Just going to bring all of these right up to the corner. These are the original ones we started with are now looping up. That's always a good sign that we're going to be finished. What we need to do now is cap off this end. So it should look like this. All of these looped forward right to the top. So to cap off this end, we're going to get, I'm going to use black, and what I'm going to do is put it through all of these ones at the end and grab it and pull it through. The tighter you hold this, the easier it is, and then put both ends onto the hook. So this will keep it secure while we remove it from our loom. All right, off it comes. Give it a little stretch, and now we're ready to make our extension. So I'm just going to loop some single blacks along one row of my loom. That should be enough. Alright, so now I'm taking that capping band and I'm just going to turn this around so that it extends the chain that I just made. And now, starting with the first single black that I've placed, I'm going to loop away from my work. So I'm leaving the capping bands in place, and I'm just working these single ones all away. And right to the very end. And now I'm just going to stretch this one over so I can put a C-clip on. It's easier to work with a C-clip with a nice tight band. And now I can take this off, keeping the C-clip in place. And to take it off of my hook, I'll just attach this other end to my C-clip. So I'll stretch the elastics that are on the hook and hook them into my C-clip. And then I can take them off, just like that. Just give it a little stretch, and you're all set. I hope you enjoyed watching me make this rainbow ladder today. Please comment below. And if you'd like to subscribe, you can receive updates of more rainbow loom projects or even of drawing projects. You can find me on all these social media. Thanks for watching.